Good morning, guys. Welcome back to today's video, January 29th of 2026. Overall, I didn't take a trade today, but I'll be honest, my performance today was not there. I was really drowsy, falling asleep, and my brain's just not functioning this morning. But overall, I think the team got into some setups which I reviewed, which were valid but not ideal. And then we had a huge correction, like over like 4,000 points, bro. It's crazy. And I just bought like gold yesterday, like as an investment, like at the top. So let's kind of go over it. I was mostly working off things up top here today. Of course, 4 hours still bullish, but it's all the way down there, so I'm not really looking at that as a confluence to buy from. This is the first thing that I've seen. I did wait for this candle to close to actually confirm that it is an official break, which it is. And then from there, it was pretty simple. Yeah, like we're in this area, we're ready to buy, right? Just jump down to the 5-minute. Now this is where I fucked up. When I was looking at these breaks here, we were already bullish, right? So coming into New York, we're already bullish. So that means we do have about 3 breaks already. So it is important to keep the rule set of invalidation here. So if it breaks twice, then it's invalidated. Now, what I messed up on is I kind of just considered all of this structure to be too far back into London, because this break happened at what, 4:10, and this happens at 5. So like when I was looking at this, I was like, okay, this is all old. I want to work off of new fractals or fresh breaks. So this is what I considered the first break. Now, where I was incorrect was that this could actually be considered, it is actually within our fractal time frame. We go back maximum an hour and a half from 6:30, so that's 5 o'clock. So this candle right here was actually right on the border, so 5:10 it broke. So this is actually a valid fractal. So if we were to use that, right, this is the setup. So this is break number 3 within the fractal rules. We have liquidity grab here. And then of course that is also a break, but then this wick transfers all the way down to here. So this is considered just one break. Now there were 2 price action levels that you could have taken, right? Now one thing to note, this liquidity grab is early 6:10. This liquidity grab is valid. This one right here happens to be past 6:30, so this makes it more probable for us. And then just the PA level sits right here. So your entry would have been this candle. Now, why I say it's not ideal is because gold has been moving so crazy that the stop losses no longer make sense. With the strategy, we do a maximum of about 70, sometimes 80. Like if I were to measure these, right? That's a 93 tick candle. This is 120. Oh, 180 tick. Like lately I'm having trouble, like I don't know where to put my stop loss. I don't know if I should take a riskier setup and not cover structure and just keep it around 70, or should I be covering structure and like extending it like crazy? So I think the issue is if your stop loss is too big, you won't reach break even before getting stopped out. You'll probably get stopped out beforehand. So it's like, but if it's too short, then you're going to get stopped out either way before break even. That's so like I'm I'm like a little stuck right now. I don't know which direction to go with. Let's say we only did 70 ticks. Most likely, probably somewhere right there. Did this reach break even? Yes, it did. But like, bruh, that's like in the middle of nowhere, right? So that was the first setup. The second entry actually is right here, but it's the exact same thing where the stop loss doesn't really make sense anymore, right? Like to cover structure, it's 127 ticks. Let's say you only went with 70. Entry is, this candle breaking out. This one reached full take profit, but again, it's like a riskier setup because I'm not covering any type of structure with my stop loss. So I don't know. I kind of have to do some tweaking here. Big Dog, he just doesn't cover the structure anymore. He just goes maximum 70 and then goes for it. So I don't really know how I feel about that, but yeah, like ideally I want structure to be covered, but lately like gold's just the movements are too big. So it's like, does every trade just turn into like a risky setup? So yeah, I don't know. Now that was the actual setup that played out. What I actually ended up was looking out for was, a break in structure here. And then of course we broke again to the upside, so and at the time again, because I was so drowsy, I didn't even consider this to be like valid. So, this was a lot cleaner to me, makes more sense. I was like, this is much better. Liquidity sits here, no liquidity grab, breaks again. We do have a liquidity grab, and so this turns into a PA level right here, which I was, again, even if I did go here, let's see what the stop loss looks like to cover these candles. Bro, it's like like 150 pips, bro. It's crazy. Like I gotta go half of that just to, and like that's such a like a easy like wick out and then TP type situation. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't really know. Like gold is just, maybe it's just the market condition, and I just have to take riskier setups. I don't really know. So we will see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, that's about it.